type of man that appears as a man, okay, in the situation. You know, I wear the goddamn pants, the hat, the shirt, the tie, the shoes, the jockeys, whatever the fuck, you know, is required. Yeah, it's on me and it's in me. It ain't no mistake there. I'm not asking you to take the lead, you know. You just better follow me. It be in your best interest or you're getting left behind. You know, that's how it goes with me, you know. Any woman will tell you that. They'll get upset. And the thing is, they all go left. They'll go left. It's just how far left they go. And for me, you know, I seen that it was, you know, in their best interest for them to deal with a guy that's lesser than me, you know. Because I would tell them a lot of times, why don't you just get a dog, you know? Why don't you get somebody that's more like, you know, your brother-in-law or like your brother, okay? More like your father, you know. This right here ain't for everybody. Less bravado than there's real bravado. You know, you hear guys in here barking, oh, I'm alpha man, alpha X, blah, 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 blah. You know, pledging all these fraternities. Yeah, I'm just got man. Until they're in a situation that really shows who they are from the innate aspect. See, women from the innate aspect, yes, they want you to take the control. They want you to take the lead. They want you to be the man in the situation. They want you to basically make all the decisions. They want you to be out in the front, in the innate standpoint. But but they're all tied into that group think. And within that group think, guess what happens? You know, they talk to their girlfriend. You know, and they don't talk to the smarter one that actually has her shit together. They talk to the bitch that really can't even, you know, sit still or stay inside. You know, one of my ex used to always get advice from, you know, her friend Tiffany. She used to do hair, fucking small head, nappy head bitch, right? Always get advice. Right? I don't know. Time I cussed her out on the cell phone because she had it on speaker because she was mad at me ever since. You know, she had I think a photo shoot and she wanted, you know, a girl to be a part of it. And I was like, nah, she gonna be a part of that ratchet ass shit. You know, and she was popping off. I don't like your ass. You don't like how you know, you carried, how you be talking and shit like that. I don't give a fuck about you, you Eddie Murphy head looking bitch. We're not doing things that way. You know, flat out. You know, it was ratchet. It was it didn't have any taste in my opinion. And plus, the decisions that she was making, you know, was very ridiculous. You know, it's very incredulous to, you know, my situation. You know, this is my situation. This is my household. You know, I control what happens here. I'm looking after the care of her. You know, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. You don't know what you're doing. You know, she's like, how do you just talk to my friend like that? Okay, well, why did you present the situation to me? Well, if you know who I am, okay, you should automatically know how this is going to play out. You know, but getting to the point, you know, most men, you know, in their arrogance, you know, they get blinded by the idea that they're basically the head of the house, that they're the headship of the relationship, but they're really, you know, the do boy, you know, they're really getting moved around, you know, because she's the neck. I will allow you to feel, keyword, allow you to feel like you're in control, but you got it, but I really got it, you know. Next, you're wearing the same little corny ass outfits, you know, one of those little, holiday pictures and shit. Next, you're eating cucumber sandwiches with the crust cut out, doing all types of dumb shit, you know. Most of the guys that present things to you, you know, they can sit there and have these red pill talking points, they can have all these, you know, alpha talking points, but, you know, at the end of the day, they're in situations where they're basically controlled by their women, successfully, henpecked. Because the parts that they don't really communicate is this, you know. See the difference between a man's happiness and a woman's happiness. A man's happiness has a a trickle-down effect, okay? You know, everybody gets blessed around them. A woman's happiness is not happiness. It's the illusion of happiness because she has you under her fucking thumb. She has you within the parameters of her worldview. And her worldview is fleeting just like her emotions. It really rocks. At the end of the day, you know, people say, can you be red pill and in a relationship? Nope. Can you be red pill and married? Nope, not if you're a black man, you know, with a black woman. Just gonna be honest with you. You can't be in a relationship with a black woman without being, you know, a simp. You know, I don't give a fuck how anyone calls it to you, or fuck what they say she does on the appearance. It might look like this, but it's really that. At the end of the day, she's the neck. You know,